Hello friends, I especially welcome you to In That Book series. Thank you for always making time for us. We so much appreciate. Last time we met, we took our time to look at the book of Jude. And one of the common things we all noticed if we read that book, and from the comments I've received, is that the book of Jude was written to encourage, to strengthen the believer, or to urge the believer to defend the faith which was handed over to us. The faith we've received, there's a need for us to defend it because false teachers are crept into the church and are teaching false doctrine. That was one. And from the verse 5, somebody also made mention that once saved is not always saved. So there's a possibility of falling from grace. You are free to share your thoughts as well. That's what one also thinks. And lastly from that session is that we need to firmly position our faith in the Holy Scriptures. If we need to defend our faith, then the position of our faith should be in the Holy Scriptures. That is the only time we can defend our faith. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on the book of Jude. Today we are taking our time to look at the book of Titus. And I want to encourage you to make time to read the book of Titus in the weeks ahead of us so that you can share with us your thoughts on the book of Titus. As I often do, I just give you an intro to the book, then we all go and read the book, then we share our thoughts from the book. The book of Titus was written by Apostle Paul to Titus, and the central theme of this book was an apostolic instruction to an evangelist, telling him how he has to carry out the work that were lacking. So when you do a studies on that book, you get to realize that it was written at the time Paul had been released from his first imprisonment. So he established a church at Crethon, and he left Titus there to take care of the church. So when he got to Nicopolis, he wrote to Titus, trying to instruct him, direct him on how to handle things there. So when we go through the book of Titus, we get to realize what Paul actually told Titus to do in that book as an apostolic father. And one of the things, if you read the entire book, I want to just share three of them so that we can all go and look through the pages of that book and share our thoughts with ourselves. Number one, the qualifications to be an elder in the church. So Paul listed a lot of them. When we read through the book, we will see them, and then we can work around that line. Number two was that correction of false teaching lies in the hands of the elders. So from Jude, it was talking about false teachers creeping into the church. So the reason why I said I chose this book is that Paul is trying to let us understand here that for us to be able to overcome these false teachers that are creeping into the church, because no matter what happens, somebody must be doing the teaching. So either we are doing the right teaching, that is sound teaching, or some false ones who do the false teaching. So there's a need for the elders to be soundly equipped in the Holy Scriptures to be able to teach it so that the false teachers will not have their way through. So where false teachers are predominant, it means the right ones are either sleeping or they are not even there at all. And lastly, the grace of God that has brought salvation to us has the ability to further teach us to renounce ungodliness. That was seen from the chapter 2, the verse 12, that the grace of God that was appeared to us has the ability to teach us. So I want to hear from you. Get in touch. Let us get interactive. Make time for the book of Jude, the book of Titus. Remember, reading is living.